What's going on, people? Here to do a quick little early morning stream with y'all. I guess I shouldn't say be quick. Probably about 20, 30 minutes, normal stuff. But no, real talk though, guys. I'm happy to be back here with you guys. I'm obviously not in my studio, which means I am out on the road. Sucks to be away from my family. Sucks to be away from my wife and little Olivia and Arthur. But we do what we have to do to take care of our families. So let's get to it. First up, I want to talk some Team USA because there's only 2 games to discuss in that one. I know, right? So apparently we're going to get 2,000 plus views on this video, guys. That's what you need to know. The last time I did a hotel stream was when Manchester United played PSG. And when Manchester United played PSG and I did the reaction to that, that is my most viewed video ever. Kind of some crazy stuff. But no, Jay Hart, thank you for that. And then Mr. McFadyen, as always, is in the chat. Yeah, basically number 1 trending level. Exactly. And then Mo, good to see you too, man. But first up, I want to talk about Team USA and their current Gold Cup run. I wanted to make a commitment to not only talk about Manchester United, but now I want to start talking about my teams. I want to give you guys an insight to my teams here in the States. So Team USA don't exactly have a great reputation worldwide. We just hired a new manager, Greg Berhalter. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of his, not going to lie. But he is starting to win me over. Reason being is this recent Gold Cup run. So far to his career as a Team USA manager, he has only managed in a very limited amount of games, and 2 of those have been in a competitive fashion, not just friendlies. So 2 Gold Cup matches. His first match was against Guyana. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce the country. Basically, we play a whole bunch of teams from North and Central America inside of the Gold Cup. But Guyana, we played and we beat them 4-0. Jay Hart, I actually wasn't fully against keeping Klinsmann. I do think that they made the right decision at a certain point to basically get rid of him. He wasn't the greatest tactician, but he was a good manager, in my opinion. But anyway, so Team USA beat Guyana 4-0 in their first Gold Cup match. Paul Arriola, Tyler Boyd, and Jossie Zardes all scored in that match, and Christian Pulisic put in a really good performance. This is the jersey I'm wearing, people. In case you didn't know, I am a Christian Pulisic fan. I really hate that he went to Chelsea, but it is what it is. We don't always have Doug, that is actually a great question about Team USA. I actually do think they may rely on Christian Pulisic a little too much, but I think that is becoming less and less. And here's the reason why. So in these first 2 matches, so Team USA beat Guyana 4-0, and then they won their next match against Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago knocked them out of the World Cup 2 years ago. In 2017, we were knocked out of the World Cup knocked out of getting qualifying for the World Cup by Trinidad and Tobago in a 1-0 game in their home in Trinidad and Tobago. They're good to see you, man. Good to see you. But yes, so we were knocked out by them, and we went on to play Trinidad and Tobago in the Gold Cup in the group stages, and we just beat them 6-0. 6-0. We put an absolute walloping to Trinidad and Tobago, and it was actually kind of sad to see at a certain point because Trinidad and Tobago are hanging their head. So Aaron Long scored twice in that match, Jossie Zardes scored twice in that match, and then Christian Pulisic and Paul Arriola both scored in that match. But Doug, I wanted to get into your question to kind of discuss these matches a little bit more, because this is what I'm starting to see from Greg and his style that he is trying to implement to the game. He's trying to implement a style where they're going to start pressing when the opposing team has the ball deep in their half. So something to me that I do think is necessary in the modern game is when the opposing team at least has the ball deep in their own half, you need to be pressing and you need to do your best to win back the ball deep. That's my opinion. I think you need to be pressing a lot more than that, but yeah. Jamie, yeah, Team USA Women's have been smashing it in the World Cup, but I didn't really want to talk Team USA Women until later because realistically, until they at least get to the quarterfinals, they should have a pretty easy run. And the fact that yesterday they played Spain and only won that game by 2-1 is actually kind of crazy. Anyways, so Gold Cup run by Team USA Men's. So Christian Pulisic in this game against Trinidad and Tobago, you could tell he wanted his revenge in this match. He went in there and he ran both the kind of central defensive midfield and the attacking midfield, even though he is kind of more playing as a wing/10. Yeah, absolutely, Matthew. And I was going to talk about that here in just a second. So you should you shouldn't have your hopes so low, Jay Hart. That's some good stuff. Does Matt Miazga play regularly for Team USA? Do you rate him? Seen him play for Reading last season and think he's a good defender. So Dan, he has been playing for Team USA. Now he's not currently playing much in the goal. No, I'm sorry, he actually is. I apologize. He is playing in the Gold Cup right now, but he is playing pretty regularly, and I think that he's doing a quality job. Personal opinion, I think he's doing a quality job. I think that they are pairing the wrong person with him. But I also don't fully know what's going on with John Brooks. I have not looked into what is going on with John Brooks, who's somebody that during the Klinsmann era I rated very highly. But anyway, so right now Team USA is guaranteed to qualify to go on to the next round, into the qualifier, past the qualifying rounds of the Gold Cup, and they're going to get into the round of 16. From there, we'll see, because next up we play Panama. Panama in the Gold Cup is typically tough competition. The only Trinidad player I've ever heard of is Andrews Russell and Lapsy Dwight York, but that was a while back. Yeah, that's it, Doug. That is a while back. But Team USA overall, they're starting to look better and better. They do rely heavily on the talent and creative ability of Christian Pulisic. I will say that to answer Doug's question. That is something that I think it's a fault, but they also now are starting to rely on Weston McKennie, who plays in Germany, Tyler Boyd, who plays in Germany, and somebody who I rate very highly, Tyler Adams, who plays for RB Leipzig in Germany. I'm pretty sure that Weston McKennie plays for Schalke in Germany. I don't know who Tyler Boyd plays for in Germany, but I know he plays for a club in Germany. But Tyler Adams is somebody I rate very, very highly, and here's the reason why. He is a quick, break down the defense, central defensive midfielder, but he can also play other positions. Who he reminds me of currently is somebody that Manchester United did target back in the day in Fabinho. Fabinho can play the CDM spot, but he can also then play right back. That's kind of who Tyler Adams. I'm sorry, there's two Tylers in the team. I apologize. But so Tyler Adams plays central defensive midfield for the most part, but he also then does play like as a right back on occasion, and he plays as a right back for Team USA at times. But for the most part, our right back spot is solidified by DeAndre Yedlin, who a lot of you will know because he plays for Newcastle United. Tyler Boyd is owned by a Turkish club, so that I know that Tyler Boyd did play in the German league this last year. Let's see here. I think Mexico won the Gold Cup. But, I mean, you're probably right. They probably will. George, I mean, if you're talking about me being here, yeah, obviously, I mean, the GOAT has arrived. But no, George, good to see you in the comments, man. But I actually going to be very intrigued to see how the team continues to improve as how the team improve as Berhalter's run continues down the line. It's been kind of interesting to see. We did pretty well in his first few friendlies, but then we played Jamaica and Venezuela going into this Gold Cup, and we did not look good, like at all. In the game against Jamaica, it very well could have been a case that we were playing a lot of people that are fringe players, not necessarily people that are going to constantly make the Team USA roster, but it's something that I think is worth discussing. Let's see here. What did you think about the USA Women's Spain? So, George, I was actually working. So, in case you can't, like I said, in case you can't tell, I'm in the hotel, which means that I'm working out of state right now. So, I didn't really get a chance to watch the game. I saw that they won 2-1, and I heard there was a dodgy penalty call. I obviously haven't seen anything yet. But if that is the case, it sounds like they kind of got lucky. But sometimes the best teams do get a little lucky. Team USA is obviously the best team. It's very obvious. Has football become more popular in America the last few years? Could it ever become one of the more popular sports in the USA? Davey, that is a fantastic question. And yes, soccer is becoming, which I'm going to call it soccer for now because that's how people in the United States call it. Soccer is becoming more and more popular on a daily basis here in the United States. And part of that is due to teams like Phoenix Rising, who are on an incredible run right now. They're playing in the USL Championship. But then we have teams in the MLS that, like Atlanta United, who are selling out a 75,000-seat stadium regularly. You have teams like Portland, the Portland Timbers. You have teams like LAFC. You have teams like LA Galaxy. I can name off just only a few teams that are pretty much regularly selling out or close to selling out almost every match. That's his Turkish team. Okay, so Doug found his Turkish team. Thank you for that, man. Yeah, Atlanta United Stadium is also the Atlanta Falcons Stadium, Matthew, and it is a beautiful stadium. Beautiful stadium. Can the current USA team make the 2020 World Cup? Can you see it? So, Dan, fantastic question. And then I'm going to move on to talking about the reason why. Davey asked the question of, do I think that soccer in America could ever overtake and become one of the most popular sports instead of currently being, I would say, probably either number 4, just above, maybe maybe above hockey, or it's number 5. I would say, according to most people, it would probably be number 5 currently in terms of sports in the United States. But right now, based on what I'm seeing, yes, I do think there is no excuse for Team USA to not qualify for the World Cup in 2022 that will be played in Qatar, which I'm starting to kind of hear. Sorry about that. I'm starting to kind of hear a couple of rumblings that the World Cup in 2022, because of the corruption that happened, might be being moved from Qatar. There is a possibility that could happen. Cross your fingers, people, because nobody wants to go play in Qatar. Nobody wants to go play in Qatar. It's just the truth, man. Nobody wants to go play there. Carl, good to see you, man. No, right? I'm sure the workers will be loving that. But New York City just signed a player from Aberdeen. Oh, okay. That's cool. But yeah, so I think that there's no excuse for Team USA to not qualify for the World Cup in 2022. Christian Pulisic, at that point, starting to be enter the prime of his career. It'll be the same for players like Weston McKennie, Tyler Adams, You could even probably throw Timothy Weah in there, Josh Sargent. Hopefully some of the players like Michael Bradley, Josie Altidore, people that I don't rate very highly. Michael Bradley is serving a purpose right now, but he should not be serving a purpose when Team USA goes to the 2022 World Cup. I believe it's going to happen, and I think that it's something that I think is inevitable. This last run, I would say it was honestly a fluke. And I think if we continue down the path we are currently on, you will see Team USA qualify for the World Cup and qualify for it pretty easily. Take their money and force them to become better rather than just isolated. Mo, exactly, man. Exactly. I'll bet any money that soccer never becomes as popular as the other sports because people love their traditions in America. So, George, that is true, but I'm just telling you what I've noticed from a man that loves all sports in America. I love every single sport that I watch. It's a team sport. I love hockey. I love football, American football. I love basketball. Love baseball. I grew up playing all of these sports. The only sport I really didn't grow up playing, and I played it as a kid, was soccer. You know, I could see, though, with the way that it's going, and I'm about to start talking about the reason why I could see it happening. It's because of teams like Phoenix Rising. So we're moving on from Team USA to Phoenix Rising, people. Phoenix Rising right now is on one of the more incredible runs, the USL Championship, which is the league directly below the MLS in terms of, quote unquote, what do you want to call it? Popularity. Phoenix Rising is doing things that the world is taking notice of. I'm pretty sure that all of you, if you follow me on Twitter, you have seen something about Dollar Beer Night. Dollar Beer Night is making worldwide headlines, people. Worldwide headlines. You want to know why? Phoenix Rising is currently 11-0 on Dollar Beer Nights, which those are matches that happen on Friday night. Oh, you started the trend in the UK. Yeah, Jay Hart, that's my hope. I want to get Phoenix Rising to be a global brand, my friend. I want to get it to be a global brand. I agree with that to an extent. And I'm going to try and make an effort to start talking about the NBA, especially since I think the Suns have a chance to be decent in this coming year. But Phoenix Rising, not only are they making headlines for that, but people, Phoenix Rising have won their last 7 matches in a row by a combined score of 26-4. 26-4. That is an insane amount considering the fact that one of those games, the other team scored 2 goals. One of those games, and I'm pretty sure it was Real Monarchs. It was Real Monarchs. Real Monarchs won that. Real Monarchs lost that match 4-2, but 26-4 at the current moment, people, on our last 7 games. That means that there was 5. No, I'm sorry. There was 4 total clean sheets in that. I mean, and Jay Hart, that is fair. That kind of does say how crap the other teams are. And I actually just retweeted something from one of our owners, and I love that our owners are so active in the team. That's one of my favorite things, is that our owners are very active in talking about and promoting the team. David Rappaport is somebody that is very active in the team, and he just tweeted out that because somebody tried calling Phoenix Rising the Man City of the USL Championship. That's a wrong comparison. To get into the USL Championship and just own an individual franchise in the USL Championship, Mo, I would love it if the Phoenix Rising owners bought Manchester United. I would love that, and they have a Chinese billionaire backing them for if they ever make it to the MLS. That's basically the reason why he's there. Is if they make it to the MLS, they have a Chinese billionaire backing them. Now, I'm crossing my fingers on this. I kind of don't draw, but have shit. Yes, Carl, Didier Drogba does have shares in Phoenix Rising. That's part of the reason why he got to come and play. Yeah, so and that's actually Matthew. I was about to mention that. So Drogba is a part owner, but then DJ Diplo, who I'm sure some of you will have heard of, and then Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy is also a part owner in Phoenix Rising. There is a lot of people backing Phoenix Rising from a financial standpoint, making them a team to be reckoned with. And in my opinion, Phoenix Rising is probably, if they ever do, make it to the MLS. But like I said, and I'm about to get into this a little bit because I wanted to talk about this. Because obviously, going on a run of winning your last 7 matches by a combined score of 26-4 is pretty insane. And then they just beat Oklahoma City 4-1, despite the fact that the score was 2-1 when Joey Farrell got sent off in the match. It was absolute bullcrap, the second yellow that he was given, but he got sent off before the 30th minute. Before the 30th minute, and we still went on and scored another 2 goals, and were the far superior team throughout that. And OKC Energy, who are Oklahoma City Energy, are a decent team in this league. They are a playoff team in this league. I'm sorry, but Phoenix Rising is a class above, man. Phoenix Rising is a class above of all those teams. But the goal for the Phoenix Rising ownership has always been that they want to make it to the MLS, or the quote-unquote, they want to make it to the highest league possible. I have an opinion on this. I believe that the USL Championship is the way forward for United States and their soccer leagues. That is my opinion, and here's the reason why. The MLS does not care about the fan experience. And I hope that the MLS is watching this. The MLS does not care about the fan experience. They charge exorbitant amounts of money for their fans to get into the matches. They don't do a lot to really enhance the fan experience, other than the fact they do an all-star game where they wind up playing one of the better teams in the world. This year they're playing Atletico Madrid, and I'm just kind of like, meh. Like Wayne Rooney and Nani both made the team. It's to me, the MLS is kind of they're in trouble, because other than basically 4 to 5 teams in the MLS, and there's a lot of teams in the MLS, people, but other than Atlanta United, Portland Timbers, LAFC, and the Seattle Sounders, there's a lot of teams in that league that are struggling to bring in fans and put butts in the seats. I watch a lot of USL Championship matches. You know what I don't see? You know, I see some empty seats, but I definitely don't see as many. You want to know why? For me, to have a season ticket for Phoenix Rising, it cost me $800 for 2 seats. $800 for 2 seats, and I'm on the sidelines. It's honestly kind of crazy. $800 total, and then I have unprecedented access to players, coaches. I could go down the list of things that you don't get access like this in sports. In sports. You guys, if you follow me on Twitter, you have seen what Phoenix Rising as a club have done to wish my family well during one of the most difficult times of my life, when Olivia was in the hospital for 35 days. You guys have seen that. Phoenix Rising is an organization that cares about their people. And it goes beyond just Phoenix Rising in this league, people. There is a lot of teams in the USL Championship that care about the fan experience. They do things to try and put butts in the seats week in, week out. And that is exactly what Phoenix Rising is doing right now. Phoenix Rising right now is the best team in the USL Championship, and it is without question. A combined score right now of 26-4 over their last 7 matches, winning those 7 matches. I can't even begin to tell you how big that is. Matthew, I just saw the Sam Duger comment. I apologize, but dude, yes, please, Sam for director of football. How about that? Last 3 games were played in 8 days. Only one. Yeah, and Matthew, thank you for bringing that up. So the Phoenix Rising's last 3 matches were played in a total of 8 days. In those 8 days, only one change was made to the starting 11, and they won all 3 with a 3-goal margin. All of them against people that are playoff contenders. And Matthew, I honestly am more excited to see Phoenix Rising play match in, match out than I have been this entire last year for Manchester United, which is crazy to think about. And then Phoenix Rising average a higher attendance than their stadium's capacity. So that's an amazing accomplishment. You look at LA Galaxy; they're just trying to attract fans with big names instead of building a community. And Jay Hart, that is a fantastic comment right there. If you pay attention to the MLS at all here in America, people, you will see that a lot of these big teams or big teams like LA Galaxy, I mean, obviously LA Galaxy have Zlatan. It's a big worldwide name. They want to attract the wrong type of people. You know, the people that the LAFC and Atlanta United are targeting? People like me. People that are the average, everyday people out in the world. They're trying to attract people like me. They're doing it right. They're trying to create a fan experience, which is exactly what Phoenix Rising is doing. And I love that. I absolutely love that Phoenix Rising cares about the fan experience. I mean, guys, in my home, when I'm at home and when you guys watch my streams at home, you'll see, I'm pretty sure it's above this shoulder over here. Yeah, it would be above this shoulder over here. You see my Phoenix Rising jersey, and that is signed by every single player from last year. And it was done in one fell swoop. I went to a fan gathering, and every single person signed my jersey, including Didier Drogba. And then the year before, when Sean Wright Phillips was on the team, and Jordan Stewart and Peter Ramage, people that have all played in the Prem, all of them signed my jersey, and it was without question. I've got a jersey that sits over here that is never worn because I care about that jersey so much. That's signed by a team that cares, and I can't wait to have a new jersey signed this year by a team that cares. Phoenix Rising cares about the fans, and they do things for the fans. They constantly are putting on fan events. They're doing giveaways. They're doing everything they can. They're doing everything they can to put fans into the seats. They make it an affordable experience. And guys, in case you didn't know, Matthew McFadyen is actually coming over here from Scotland. He wants to come see Phoenix Rising play. If there's a team to get behind right now, not only because there's no other football on really, but if there's a team to get behind, it's Phoenix Rising. Phoenix Rising, and I'm going to start doing some, because I want to make an effort to also learn more teams in the USL. I want to make that effort to learn more about other teams in the USL. Get a buttload of sunscreen, said Bo. Yeah, Matthew already talked about the fact that sunscreen basically just drinks into his skin. Do you not think that will change when they do make it to the big leagues realistically? I mean, Carl, that's a fantastic question. And no, I don't. And here's the reason why. Phoenix Rising and their ownership care about the fan experience. And I've had personal conversations with the vice president, the guy that's also in charge of a lot of things that goes on in the club, Sam Dewar. I've had personal conversations with some of the owners. I've had personal conversations with everybody that is involved in the club, from just sales of tickets all the way up to owners of this club. And you know what all of them talk about? Every single time I ask them about what they think, they all talk about the fans. They don't care about, money or numbers or anything like that. They care about the fans and giving them the best experience possible. And in my opinion, I think that Phoenix Rising is winning that experience. I mean, you guys, Dollar Beer Night, are you kidding me? Can you realistically name, before Phoenix Rising and them doing it, can you name a club that does that? Dollar beer night at the stadium. Can you name another team? Like, genuinely, can you? No. I mean, Las Vegas Lights, they're trying their best to copy us, and they're doing $2 tequila night. Get the fuck out of here with that. You guys are a joke. American beers are worth $1 anyways. Oh, JR. It is, in fairness, the dollar beer is Bud Light. However, they also put the rest of their beer on sale. A lot of their good beer like we have a beer here locally called Kilt Lifter that I've actually drank on stream before. It's really, really good. They put that on sale. Yeah, and that's exactly it. Is that if you look at the Glazers only care about the money. I wish that Manchester United was owned by owners like Phoenix Rising that care about the fans and giving them the best experience possible. That's exactly what Phoenix Rising is. Football always needs to be a solid community fan base. That's the foundation of most big clubs today. Otherwise, you'll have flip-flop fans like Chelsea. Yeah, and Jay Hart, fantastic comment. Fantastic comment. What sort of stuff do they do to appeal to supporters? Fun days, reduce ticket prices. So George, actually, that's a really great question. You know what? I honestly can't even put a finger on just one thing because it's so many things that they do. They like I don't know what you said. You said fun days, so they do fan days where they will bring the fans out and they just basically pay for everything on the day. Like last year, before we went to the playoffs, they did a watch party of one of our last matches before the playoffs, and they paid for all the food at a place called Cold Beer and Cheeseburgers here. It was delicious. It was amazing. They do, like, so Matthew just said anytime there's a clean sheet, anytime there's a match, you get a free car wash. But anytime there's a clean sheet, you actually get an upgraded free car wash from one of our car wash places here. They have partnerships with so many people. This last match that was on Father's Day here at the match, they gave away 5 smoker grills that cost like $800 each. I went and looked at the price of them. They were like $800 each. They gave away 5 of them. Once again, I can't name a club that does that. They gave away a car earlier this year at a match. Like, I'm telling you now, that's insane kind of stuff. The things that Phoenix Rising do to make it so like the fans are engaged in the experience, it's absolutely insane. It is absolutely insane. United do a lot of events internationally for fans. I mean, Mo, that is a fair point. They do events internationally for fans, but I also don't think that it's the same. That's realistically what it is. It's just not the same because they don't do it for their home. How many events can you name that Manchester United do that are free to the fans for everything? How many can you name? I can't name many. I don't think I can name any. I really don't. And guys, actually, Doug, thank you for saying that. Go subscribe to Doug's new YouTube channel. He's going to be talking some Prem. He's going to be talking some other things, but just literally go check out Doug's channel. You guys all love him. Go check out Doug's channel. But Matthew, you're exactly right. There is no club out there in the world that cares about the fans like Phoenix Rising do. It's a personal opinion, but I think that Phoenix Rising is a club to get behind, and that is the reason why you are going to see me start talking about them match in and match out, because I care about you guys, and I care about giving you guys the best talk possible. And the best talk possible is going to be to get you guys to start learning about Phoenix Rising, because I love you guys, and I want you guys to know about the best. Alexis offering free dock walks. Mo, I mean, listen, if that's what he's doing, I mean, he's got to be throwing that out on Twitter or something. But No, but guys, I want you guys to know the passion that I have for Phoenix Rising and the things that they've done for my family. Actually, real quick, I'm gonna find the video really quick. Matthew, that's actually a great idea. I'm gonna talk to Adam. I'm gonna see if I can't get him on a stream. But guys, that's something else I can talk about. You know who I'm actually working with right now, and something that's actually become a friend? Adam John, the leading striker for Phoenix Rising, one of our top goal scorers, currently competing for the Golden Boot in the USL. Him and I are friends. We talk on a pretty regular basis. Like, that's, once again, that's stuff that you don't get. That's true. Leading striker for the USL. Yeah. So real quick, I wanted to show you guys, for those of you that don't have Twitter. So Phoenix Rising sent this to me on Twitter. They sent this to me on Twitter, tagged me in it, and wanted me to be able to see this.
Tabs on Olivia's progress, and we're glad to hear that she's home, happy and healthy, and we can't wait to see you and the whole family out at the game. Hey, Southwicks, this is AJ Cochran here from Phoenix Rising. Been following your family and hearing that Olivia gets to come home and be with her family and be with you guys at home, and just want to say that's amazing, and we've been thinking about her, and can't wait to get you guys out to a game. We are so excited that Olivia gets to come home, and can't wait till you three come out to your game. Carl here. Great news about Olivia. I can't wait till she can get out to a game with you guys. Go United.
Oh, yeah, by the way, last guy, Manchester United fan. Like, guys, that gets me emotional seeing that again. Like, clubs don't do that in the modern game. Clubs don't do that in the modern game. Like, that just made me really happy again to watch that. They're a club that care, man. They're a club that care. And that's the reason why we're going to start covering Phoenix Rising on a regular basis on this channel, because I want them to build a global brand, and that's exactly what I believe I have here a little bit, is I believe I've got a bit of a global brand, and you guys deserve to know about them. Lubin is the USL's De Gea. I mean, right now he is, yeah. that's way too real, Matthew. 3 of their star players, too, Zach Lubin, AJ Cochran, and Adam John. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, 3 of our best players all reached out to me. Every single match, I wind up getting the chance to talk to them. They all come over and they all talk to me. We talk about what's going on in life. It's amazing. Hey, Jay Hart, actually, something I wanted to share with you all. Go on to Phoenix Rising's website. You can get a free car magnet, or just a magnet in general. It's just a magnet. It's a car magnet. It's about yay big. It's about the size of this crest. About the best way to put it. It's about the size of this Team USA crest. It's a Phoenix Rising, like, essentially it's their badge. It's a Phoenix Rising badge that you can get as a magnet for free, shipped anywhere in the world. So go ahead and go get one, because they're free to you, and I want you guys to be able to support Phoenix Rising. Build them a worldwide brand, because I believe they deserve it. Pancash, good to see you, my friend. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to wrap it up there. I'm sorry if any of you are joining late. Go check out this video, because I'm going to start talking more and more about some of the local things that go on here. I told you guys a while back, before Olivia was born, that I wanted to make an effort to start talking about more than just Manchester United and the NFL. I want to make that effort, and I'm going to start putting in that effort, because I believe that I believe in doing what I want on this channel and putting out the best content possible. You know what the best content possible is going to be? Me bringing to you the things that I love. Phoenix Rising is one of those. So, guys, go check out Phoenix Rising. If you're not following them on Twitter, it's at PHX Rising FC on Twitter. Go follow them. They're an amazing organization. But, guys, just genuinely thank you to everybody that joined me early this morning / afternoon, wherever you're watching. It might be night where you're watching. I don't know. I've got people all over the world watching me, apparently, which I can't tell you how blessed I am to have that. I get that a lot of that is thanks to Manchester United, but I mean, guys, I love doing this with you guys, and I'm going to continue doing this with you guys. You guys are going to see me live in a couple of days. I'm probably going to go live. I think that Team USA men play here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to kind of probably talk to you about, Team USA. Let's see here. 26th, and today's the 25th. So I'll probably be live in 2 days to talk about Team USA and their next Gold Cup match. And then I'm also going to be live on Friday, guaranteed on Friday, to preview Phoenix Rising's upcoming match on Saturday, which is a winter in June match that they are putting on. I don't know why they're calling it winter in June yet, but apparently there's going to be something to talk about with that. I'm excited to see what they're going to do. But ladies and gentlemen, just genuinely thank you to everybody. Portland too. Yes. And we are, by the way, in case you guys didn't know, Phoenix Rising are in first place. I didn't say it. Probably didn't need to be said because of the way I was just talking. Phoenix Rising are in first place in the Western Conference. They have an amazing goal differential. Just genuinely go check them out. Just go check out Phoenix Rising, learn a little bit about them. But guys, I really do hope that you all have a great night, a great day, wherever you're at and whatever you're doing. Keep doing you, because I love you guys, and you guys are genuinely amazing. I'll catch you guys later.